Defense is getting those hips loose, being able to move those around.
Go down to third, 2 down.
You know, with Tito, like, and get back to Tito, you know, Hall of Fame man as humans. And he always said leave the game, you know, as good as when you that are managing today.
Swing and a drive. That went out to center field. Destroyed it. And absolutely crushed it. 7-0 Tampa Bay.
Yeah, again, just that slider is staying up tonight.
When Aranda got drilled, there's another one. Aranda will reach again. The throw comes in. Let's
show that you can make that rotation for the next year, but
that's fouled away. 1-1. Tampa Bay team by 2.5 in the final week of the season. Wild card spot nonetheless, and that'll be flick foul off the bat.
Baller and slider guy, you cannot leave those balls up. Makes that get some hard contact.
At third, Devers with the pick, and we'll be 7-0 Tampa Bay. Pinto launching one. Eflin, this is a guy who doesn't need a whole lot of wiggle room. He's 15 in his, and then Connor Wong. There's a base hit into right. Red Sox had their runner. Knocked foul by Connor Wong. Verdugo on deck.
A guy like Zach Eflin, right? Everyone wants to talk about something that's going to go out on your radar to go, wow, that's amazing. He's got pretty good extension. You know, so a lot of young pitchers out there. I know you're chasing velo, but go watch pitch.
And throws a ton of strikes. Pinto with a good block.
Hit velocity.
Breaking ball swung on a foul, tipped in the mid, struck against Eflin. And that'll be in there for a strike. 2 World Series. Ground ball to base hit to right field. Man. And
coming there. Look at this. Coming there. Going to the shoe. Right on it. Leg. You're seeing that a lot at second base.
On the shoe, on the knee. Rolled right to Meade. He's up and over and hits.
To say about him pregame today. And most importantly, though, he said from his standpoint, it's great. It's time. It's been 5 years. Maybe he wouldn't have had to worry about requesting any time off, but I'm sure he'll be managing.
Week of his managerial career. And remains to this day one of the most popular. His 7th appearance.
I think we all should show up in scooters too.
And that scooter at deep short. And in plenty. Probably about 75%. Tito. Yeah.
You know, Cincinnati were just hilarious to hear those. But all in all, like, just allow me to do whatever I need to do. And go through, you know, and all players like that when you go connection with the players.
Who was his nickname for you?
Oh my God.
Is that Arable?
It was yeah, mine was you half the time anyways, but he had that one. I mean, there were some that weren't appropriate.
Fourth, the yin and yang. That one to center field. Abreu will cover the ground down.
I know offense to anyone out there, but it's 162 games, 187 days. If you expect, when I get into it, like, that is what separates a lot. We're not putting the right people to help guide these young to be better.
Gobbled up by Devers. Justin Turner nearly got drilled there. He is 0 for 1, a ground out to the eye mark. He's at 95. 10 hits already for Tampa Bay. Red Sox with a couple. Eflin.
A little sweeper that looked a little away.
Pinto, yeah, heading out. The umpire trailing. 2-2 to Turner. And he'll run it full. Eflin hasn't walked it. 3-2 popped him up. Around second base. Wall will make that. Yoshida, he's 0 for 1 with a tapper to second. Yankees manager Aaron needed. He was sidelined 42 games after tearing a ligament. Well, himself, he's hit 35 home runs. Right at second, Meade will get. Judge was talking about that toe injury, and he said no matter what, something in one way or another is going to stick with him forever.
Interesting. Yeah,
swing and a miss here by Story.
Yeah, wonder why he thinks that though now. But kind of interesting that.
Looked to hold up, and he did. Czar empty, and he'll pop a foul out of play.
Cincinnati is fighting right now, trying to make it in.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Go to the 5th inning. Margot already in night on deck. Shear. And then it is on the ball.
Time, correct?
All starting at the same time. Another hit from Mark way to the fence. Looking for Seth to throw.
Second base. To have Valdez apply the tag.
Lead at 7-0. Wrapped to first base. Dahlbeck a bit of a bobble, but and he will look at ball one on September 23rd. 410, 135, 710 in late March, early April.
3 opening days you usually have, but you're just such creatures of habit.
Curveball and a good one. Got him swinging, and they got him all sorts of run support. 3 in the first inning, 4 in. At home at 281, their third in on base percentage, and an OPS over the last 26 home games. Red Sox are 9-17.
Fewer in 12 of the last 13 games, so a little bit of good pitch, and that's just kind of, you know, the wall to allow the ball to get deep to the other way.
Base hit into left field.
We got the sinker first pitch. He went at it. Was a little too dangerous hitter.
Dahlbeck 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and I realized. But for a base hit, Dahlbeck back-to-back
gloves. Just throw your bat out, hit it off the end of the bat in that nice beauty. He's under contract still with arbitration, so you have to make these decisions. Abreu, say no. Oh,
this gets into one and field back to the bullpen and got for a 3-run homer by Valdez.
That was gorgeous.
Idea that he can really hit. What he has shown us so far is he can flat hit.
A lot of things you like about these players that are here right now. It's just deciding on, you only have to set the starting pitching, and so whoever comes into the next role as president of baseball operations, you think.
Raffy in this one 0 for 2 of the season, where the bats were cold. Other times they were outrageously hot.
A lot of great fans that send gifts, so I got some pens from.
Past the flagpole, and 3 Tampa Bay here in the 6th. Joe Vera out of the pen. Big cut came up empty, and you know the Tampa Bay is keeping an eye on the scoreboard. Red Sox with 1 more. Aranda with a
lot of hair.
Come off a couple of times because he's been on the bases a lot tonight. And little bounding ball here to Valdez, who collected and get it. Drove in a run right away in the first inning. Their minor league player in baseball by Baseball America. Calling off Verdugo, twice grounded out to second. Been swinging a good bat lately. 5 games.
There's such a test in the opposite field.
Kelly's 2-2. That's going to be ripped down the line. That'll take a bounce by the right fielder and struck out. And in scoring position. So for you, there were times in your career
window, you just, whatever you have, you have. So you just got to go up, feel good, but physically you might feel terrible.
That's going to be a fail. Yoshida will stop at third.
Understand this play better than anyone because they played here a bunch of times and know came a double because he wasn't ready for it.
Goes after the first one. The wall, and a lead. Tapia can't man him.
Reason why. The ability for the lefties to utilize that wall and go the other way. But the best part about that play was Trevor's story. Trevor's
little chopper toward first, and a fair ball, gloved by Aranda. He'll get the inning. Inside, very tight. 2-0.
That backside. He can drive some balls.
That's the same game that the Cat attacked 3-1 and passed him.
You know when you have initials.
At 3-2. Fly to center. Has that one measured to the edge of the 5.